So guys, in today's video, we are gonna sample samples that I got from the online niche boutique Aquation Natural. And if you love niche and indie perfumery the way I do, you definitely need to check out their official website. First of all, because the selection of artistic brands there from all over the world is amazing. Second of all, they offer worldwide shipping. And third of all, there is an opportunity to test before you invest, which is just awesome. That's what I always recommend to do. Don't blind buy perfumes. I know there are so many new releases that sound very exciting. That's why it's awesome when you can sample first. And so that's what we'll do in today's video, because I got a whole bunch of new releases that sounded very interesting to me from brands that I really like and have good experience with, like Imaginary Authors, Dusita, Strangers Perfumery, Francesca Bianchi, and more. And in this video, I will be telling you how I feel about them. So please keep on watching to find out more about that. And also make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're here for the first time. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. And before we begin, I want to let you know that if you decide to go for something from Aquation Natural, don't forget to use my discount code, because you know what? Perfumes are expensive and it is always nice to have a little discount. And now we can begin. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm very excited to share with you my opinion on the new releases from some of my most favorite indie brands. And there are so many different niche and indie, really artistic brands to choose from Aquation Natural's catalog. That's for check out their website. But you know what? In today's video, I will be going through new releases that sound very interesting to me. And if you've been curious about them, well, I hope that you'll find this video helpful. And before we ramble too much, well, I will ramble too much, I want to jump right in and begin with a fragrance from the American indie perfume brand called Imaginary Authors. That I have so many fragrances from sitting right there and quite a few reviews, so you can check them out after watching this video. Check out the description box for all helpful information regarding links, discounts, and also previous reviews on some of the fragrances that I will mention today. However, let's look at the new release called Decisions. Now, this is an interesting release because in it the main role plays labdanum. And do you know what labdanum is? That's a resin. It has fascinating scent because it's herbaceous and sweet with boozy, fruity touch. And other than that, second main player in there is probably tuberose. You know what's interesting? A quartz of tuberose that imitate the scent of flowers smell voluptuous and maybe even plasticky sometimes, when the natural absolute of tuberose, it's rather green with like a leathery element, and that's exactly what I smell in here. So that green edge is pushed by jasmine sambac, and geranium, which is kind of like a metallic and rather masculine version of a rose, makes it fresh, when raspberry adds more to the fruity quality of labdanum. So although there are not many notes in there, I can tell you this is a complex perfume for those who want to stand out and those who like fragrances rather on the base note side, because you know it is quite resinous. It is really delicious, not in a gourmand way, meaning it hugs you and it is pretty strong, although not too strong, which I like too, and quite warm because of the booziness. So it's great for colder weather or for nighttime. And as far as I know, this fragrance is a limited edition, so if you're interested in it, definitely check it out as long as you can. And overall, this is a great brand. Imaginary Authors perfumes are inspired by untold stories that haven't been published but were told through perfumes. Alright guys, with that being said, we are moving on to the perfume house from Netherlands, if I'm not wrong, which is called Francesca Bianchi. Hopefully this time I didn't mispronounce her name. I used to call her Bianchi. Let me know how to do that correctly. And you know what? She definitely has her signature. I know there are many fans of Francesca Bianchi's perfumes, which surprises me because the majority of her fragrances are dark and intense, and like she has this fetish for leather. Although my favorite fragrance from her is definitely Angel's Dust, which is a must-have for for all the lovers of powdery perfumes, and if you are a hardcore fan of sticky, sweet, absolute powder bombs, my goodness, get it. You know what? My mom stole it from me, as she always does, with gorgeous powdery perfumes. And that powdery element you can actually notice in the majority of her fragrances in one way or another. This new release that is called Taiga Taiga is actually, to me, like a blend of 3 other fragrances from her collection that are Lost in Heaven, Under My Skin, and The Lover's Tale. I know that people love those, but if you want kind of like a blend of them, or you love them but you don't own them, get yourself Taiga Taiga. It has smoother edges and it's very similar to those 3, which, you know, is not that surprising, because when you compare the notes, there is honey, leather, heliotrope, oak moss, and woods, like in those fragrances. You know what is new here? It's oud and patchouli, which I don't get. Wow, that was so much, and the half of that ended up in my nose, but I'm fine with that. I like this fragrance. I don't get much of oud and patchouli. To me, it's rather like this peachy, leathery, powdered mousse de saxe accord, which, you know what, is not that office friendly. I wore it to work today, and I think it's rather a provocative scent for the time when you're going out, you want to stand out, you want to have fun, and you want a perfume that will be very strong. So I highly recommend you to check out Taiga Taiga if you are ready for very sexy, slightly over-the-top fragrance. Alright, so with that being said, I'm moving on to some natural fragrances from the German brand that is called April Aromatics, and the only fragrance I own from it is called Jasmina, and that's a jasmine soliflor that is just beautiful. However, recently there were 2 new launches from April Aromatics, one of which is about iris, and as you know, iris, orris, and violets, that's what I live for in perfumery, because I love powdery fragrances. And this perfume that is called, are you ready? Irresistible or Irresistible, either way, it's great. It's all about iris. I mean, like, you can't tell, you just can't tell that for it was used high quality, very expensive orris root absolute or butter, or, you know, just like the top stuff, because it has this rootiness and woodiness of orris, but beautiful powderiness around it too. Although, you know, there is a beautiful note of lemon and tuberose, Bulgarian rose, jasmine and sandalwood, it's rather about iris in the first place, and I was surprised by how aromatic, woody and rooty it is. I thought it's gonna be lighter, but I really like the way it is, because at the moment I'm going for the massive orris obsession. Like, I go through it regularly, but at this point I really crave it. So as I smell it, I was like, oh, yeah, please give it to me more. So it is pretty strong too. Like, not all natural perfumes perform as fragrances with synthetic materials, and as you know, I like mixed media, but I was really blown by the quality of this fragrance. Like, you can smell natural orris in there so much, and it's just very comforting, you know. I probably need more of this comforting feeling these days, and that fragrance really helps me with that. So if you know you love iris, you definitely need it. But if you know that you love vanilla, and as you know, I'm a sucker for vanilla, I am addicted to vanilla. I have so many different vanilla videos on my channel. Probably most of my top list are dedicated to this note, and I have vanillas for summer and winter. I have light vanillas and dark vanillas, and this natural vanilla that is called Vanillicious is just delicious. You know what's very interesting about it? Actually, I want to spray it on me, but get this jewelry off the way. Actually, it's from Ana Luisa, and I will leave a link to their website down below, because it's very elegant, simple, really chic, and I wear their jewelry every day and get compliments for it. So just in case you're looking for some pieces, check out their website. But let's get back to Vanillicious. These sprayers are also very nice, but what I want to tell you is that in the opening, it's almost slightly smoky. Maybe because of white tobacco, maybe because of tonka bean, I don't know. There are woods, there is Peru balsam, and there is vanilla, natural vanilla, with a hint of spiciness, woodiness, smokiness, but overall it is sweet, yet it is not candy sweet, it is not bakery sweet, okay? It's vanilla with an edge, with high quality. For those who are looking for vanilla that would be different from other vanilla scents, I can tell you that Irresistible or Irresistible and Vanillicious are two fragrances on my wish list right now, and they are awesome, particularly because although they are natural, they perform really well and they make me feel really, really good, and that matters a lot to me when I wear a fragrance and I'm confident with it. Right, so next fragrance is from the French niche brand Dusita Perfumes, and it is called Moonlight in Chiang Mai. Well, there is another new release from Dusita that was announced just a couple of days ago. I'm excited to smell that because I think I will love it more than this. And I read somewhere on the internet that it's a little bit too masculine, and I was kind of curious about it, and I need to agree. This fragrance from Dusita goes rather into the masculine direction, although it's all subjective and it does nothing too crazy. When you spray it on, it just has a little bit of a masculine vibe. I don't know what's about it so manly. Maybe that's nutmeg, maybe yuzu. It's lovely. Maybe that is actually vetiver that pushes it masculine, but I could say it's unisex going into the masculine direction. For example, compared to Melody de l'Amour or my favorite, Fleur de Lolita, I would say this is gonna be nice on men for those who are looking for niche and easygoing, daytime-friendly fragrances. I wore it a couple of days in the morning. It was lovely. It's not too strong. It is nicely blended. Nothing really jumps out of it. Smooth composition, but I'm looking forward to smell a new one. Hopefully, Equation Natural will offer it soon. Guys, next perfume is a mind-blowing one. I was very excited for it because it's from the brand I have so many bottles from, and it is Strangers Perfumery. Now, there are many reviews dedicated to their fragrances. There is even an interview with Prince Rose, who is the founder, which you can watch afterwards. The link is going to be on the screen for you. But you know what? Recently, I've been kind of like over Prince fragrances because they were too leathery and too dark and too spicy and too animalic for me and too repetitive. And I tried to push on him creating more floral and powdery fragrances because he's very good at them, but that's not what he likes. He likes these dark fragrances, and I don't mind them. There were just too many. So when I saw Magenta Pop, I was like, oh yes, please give it to me. And you know what's so special about it? That's the freaking opening in which you can smell the note of sea buckthorns. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, but here's the picture of that orange berry. It grows in Ukraine actually, and it has very distinctive aromatic scent, so unique, very hard to describe. And we used to make syrup with it that we added to tea in the winter or iced tea in the summer, and it's just very healthy and very special, and I've been looking for a fragrance that would smell like it, and surprisingly found that note in Magenta Pop that really pops in the opening. Actually, you know what's in there that could make you know, that fruit impression? Blueberry and grapes. Other than that, there is honeycomb, and there is honeycomb and tobacco, red wine, civet, whole bunch of spices, leather, powdery notes, caramel. So I can tell you that although in the opening I get that amazing, maybe random note of a sea buckthorn, I can tell you that the fragrance goes into the smoky direction, which surprises me because there is no incense in the notes breakdown, but I can tell you it's almost churchy incensey. So it's not for those who are not ready for something special, but if you want unusual and creative perfume and you know Strangers Perfumery and you just want to be blown by the fragrance, then definitely get it. It's a fun one, and I really appreciate fragrances that go beyond limits, and it is very strong, of course, as all Prince fragrances. Right, I wanna complete this video on a very light and elegant note with a fragrance called Vivacious, which is also a natural one from HIRAM Green, and this is just the one I live for. I wear it every day to work, and every day I enjoy my fragrance because it's about violets and orris, and as I've already mentioned, I just love them in the perfumery. They are powdery. This one has almost like a makeup-y vibe and nostalgic something because of carnation. It's elegant, it's very delicate, gentle, chic, very easy to wear, very easy to enjoy, safe blind buy. I'm obsessed with it. I wish I had it in a full size so I can do that with it. And on that note, guys, that completed this video, which I sincerely hope you found helpful. Let me know which of these fragrances sounded most interesting to you. If you will pick something up, then definitely use my code. The link is going to be down below in the description box. And let me know if you're familiar with any of these brands and what do you think about this video. Feedback is always highly appreciated, and if you have any questions left, I'm here to answer them. So make sure to drop me a comment below, and also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and if you want to support release of future videos, you can donate on Buy Me Coffee website, which is highly appreciated. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on my social media and stay tuned and smell good. We'll see each other really soon. Bye guys! Bubble tea time! I smell so good. I wish you could smell it too. And by the way, let me know which other new perfumes you're interested in and you want me to review for you.